My first travel internationally was back in 1987 when I was working in the AIDS field. And so I found myself going overseas to AIDS conferences and AIDS meetings. And that kind of started my lifelong love of travel. I run a charity called Do Something, and we work to bring about social and environmental change. Internationally, I run the One Tree Per Child tree planting initiative. If I'm doing a speaking tour, I can find myself flying to a different city every day for a couple of weeks. But if I'm on normal kind of campaigning duties, I find myself flying about once every 2 to 3 weeks to a different city. Wherever I can now, I try and use Skype for day-to-day stuff that I used to travel for, and then really get the value out of the trip itself when I do go and travel. With my other charity projects, I've been very fortunate. They've taken me to, like safari lodges in South Africa, through to places I never dreamed I'd visit. But I love going to new cities. Because I love history, I love seeking out historical places that I can check out. Just 2 months ago, I was in Pompeii, and you can see as many pictures and videos as you like of Pompeii, but nothing beats actually being there and seeing it with your own eyes, and that's what I love about travel. It really comes down to who's paying for the ticket. Usually, most of the time, if I'm traveling internationally to do a speaking engagement, or if I'm meeting to do some consultancy work in another country, they'll fly you business class. One thing I love about travel is the ability to get on a plane and just turn off my phone and just get away from everyone. It's, using your own iPhone, using your own iPad or tablet device. So I find that flexibility very useful, and so I sometimes find myself booking my own stuff. TripIt, it's great as a tool for just quickly looking up your actual flight details and flight times. I use that quite a lot. Expensify is an app that I use to gather all my receipts. So when I get a receipt, I immediately take a photograph of it, and that automates the whole process of receipt gathering. For me, when I travel, I usually travel alone, and so I often get the exit aisle seat, so I get the ability to stretch my legs. One of the great things I think the travel industry could do is give discounts to not-for-profit organisations to encourage people from different parts of the world to come together and share innovation. Because we have lots of problems around the world, but there's also lots of solutions. That's where I think travel can play a really key role in making this world a better place. I think the other key thing we need to do in the next 5 to 10 years to improve travel is to find ways to minimise the environmental impact of that travel. And one of the things I'd like to see mandated across all international flights is that all the flights are carbon offset, so that when you actually get your tickets, you know already that the impact that has in terms of the carbon pollution output is taken care of by the airline itself in the price of the ticket. So we can still switch off lights in hotel rooms, we can still take shorter showers, so we can still have a great trip, but we can also look at ways in which we can ensure we minimise our use of energy, we minimise wastage of food. And there is a temptation sometimes, I think, when we travel, that, well, I'm travelling, so therefore I'll really splurge and I'll waste.